Okay guys, in today's video, we're gonna climb back up on the water tower. We're gonna start putting a roof on it. Might be a little something different you ever seen for a roof, because we're not looking really to keep it dry so much as keep the sun off of it and tie the wall together so we won't have the wind getting in there and trying to blow stuff apart. So we're gonna use some treated fence boards. Let's get busy with it. Well guys, now that we got the ladder on there, me and Jace made this octagon frame that'll be the base plate for our roof or rafters to land on. And we got to get it up there and install it. Okay, so here's the perspective from up here where I'm actually working at. As you can see, we have the 26-sided, whatever you would call that, round kind of sort of top plate that the 10 gets its circular shape from. And then we're going to do an octagon roof. So we got this frame right here that's an octagon on top. And I put this on here just because I need something to step on, because this tank is very soft, especially in the hot sun. I don't want to crush it and lose some storage in it. So put that so I can get across on it. Plus it gives me, if I don't put the roof on here, we got the white cross that we light up with LED lights. I can mount it on this and have something to hold it. Because I'm kind of up in the air because I'm tired of working up at this height. I just don't like it, but I think we're gonna put the roof on it anyway. But anyway, putting the roof on, this gives us something. I'm gonna put a post in the middle to hold my 8 rafters. It gives me a place to terminate them, so they can have one cut instead of a compound angle on the end of each one, and you won't ever know it in your little cap that you're gonna have in the center. So that's what I'm working with. Loads of fun. Plus I'm either gonna have to make a hatch or just leave a section off right there where the hatch is itself, so we can get in there to work on the float gauge or anything else that we're doing. Well, let me get back with it. All right guys, this is gonna be my center post. It's gonna sit on that 2x4 that we got up there, and I'm gonna land my rafters on it. And all 8 rafters that hit every face of this octagon shaped 4x4 that I shaved down at a 45 all the way around. So that'll be our center post, and that way you only have to cut one angle on any of the board rather than a compound angle, or sometimes you might even have to make 3 different angles on it to make it land. So this will work a whole lot better. All right guys, we're cutting the rafters for the top of the water tank out there. If you can see it there, the rafters go up on top of there. And since we put that center post in, we only have a miter joint, just a regular straight miter on the center on that post. Then on the other end, we got the angle that we got at the top as well. And then we have 2 angles this way. So what we got is a complex compound miter there. So when it's up, it's gonna look like that. And our fascia boards will connect here and here, going these directions. So that's what we're doing, and how we're marking that. The angles are easy because you can just use your speed square and come up with the angles. We're doing that angle right there, so which is a 12-degree angle. See right here, we're doing 12-degree angle. And then after we do that, I'll stand it up like this, and I come here with my tape measure and I measure off of this end over 3/4 of an inch. Hold that, Jace. So I measure 3/4 of an inch and put a mark, because we're cutting a triangle. And the center of this board's 12 is on 3/4 of an inch. So a triangle, right triangles, we know that from school, this distance is going to be equal. So that's going to be 3/4. So we don't have to do any full marking or anything. So we do that, and we just make sure we got the mark where we can see it on each side. And then we go on there and give us a 3/4 at an angle like that, at a 12-degree angle. Set our saw up on the 45, and we'll cut where the point's gonna come to the outside. We'll cut like that right there, and it'll be done. And guys, also on this, if this was a house, I would come back here, say the edge of this table is where my top plate of my wall is. I would notch, do my angles and notch, and make a bird's mouth right there for this to sit on. It'll have a heel and a seat where to sit on there. Well, I'm not gonna do that with this water tower. We're just gonna screw it real good. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. That's too much work to put into these little short rafters for that. I just don't feel like doing it today. Don't see where it really benefit us that much, because nobody's gonna ever see it from the inside. It don't need to be as strong as a house, because it's not gonna house people. And if the roof was to blow off in some bad storm, it might be what it needs to do to keep the whole tower from coming down. So that's the way it's gonna be. Let's get busy with it. Well, fellers and fellettes, that's what our roof framing looks like on top now. You see our tank in there. We'll leave a hatch right here to gain a little access there so we can inspect it. Now we're putting the soffit on the front there. Then we're gonna start covering the top. Let's get back busy with it. Well guys, it's hard to see from the ground. I can't put you on time lapse, but I can show you what I've got done. I'm 1/7 away from having the roof covered. I got one piece of the pie covered, and you see we're taking fence pickets, treated fence pickets, and lapping them. Then I got a little metal cap I'm gonna put over the seams. We're not looking for watertight so much, it's just looks, and if it keeps some water out, that'd be a bonus, you know. Everything up here is treated, so we'll be good to go. Just a lot more work and we'll be done. Well, it's not a whole lot to look at because of the hill. I can't show you the roof from down here. There's a tree in the way of the view, but we got a little bit of overhang there, got all the fascia board on. And that's all we're gonna get done today. Maybe one piece of the pie at a time at a day, because I got too many issues with my back and neck. I can't be in the positions I need to be up there for very long, and it's just hot and it's not a good time up there. And if I'm feeling shaky, even if I'm tied off, I'm not gonna be up there. So I'll do a little bit each day if I have to. Anyway guys, that's it for today, maybe tomorrow. All right, let me show you what we got here before this rain comes in. So as you can see here, this being another video how we did it, but we got this, we're testing out this float gauge here, and this the indicator on it. Got some hash marks, just temporary, that we can see to monitor our water level. And we got a latch on our hatch. We got this rope that we can tie it open with when we're up here. Boy, the sun split that board. We're gonna have to come back and replace that one. But this is what it looks like. It'll get a cap there on top when we put our cross on the top, and replace that split board there at the same time as well. Well guys, I hope you liked today's video. As always, God gets the glory for the good in my life. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Feel free to reach out to the email in the description below with any questions you may have about my faith or what we're doing here at Alightedpath Ranch. God bless.